What's going on, everyone? iLootGames here, and I'm back with another video. In this video, we're going to go over the patch notes together, and I'm going to give you my opinion on the different buffs and nerfs that we're about to see come to characters for tomorrow. So they did release the patch notes 24 hours prior to the patch coming out, which I always love when they do. Sometimes they don't do that, and it's so annoying to have to go through the patch notes, and I'm trying to stream and show you guys all the new things, but I'm also trying to read all the details about it. This is just way better. And so I'm happy that they did this, and I'm also going to show you a couple skins that they revealed in the dev stream. So you guys can see what the Bangalore skin is going to look like. They gave a way better look of Wattson skin and Pathfinder skin, and this is not edited, so I apologize if the mic doesn't sound perfect. I'm actually using my streaming software to do this, and it has a weird filter to the mic, so it's not going to sound like my normal beautiful voice that you guys are so used to by now. And I know I didn't get this out as fast as other YouTubers, but that's why I'm actually going to go through and not just read the information, but give you my opinion on it, and we'll talk about it a little bit. I'm also doing a giveaway for my viewers on Twitch. All you have to do to enter, it goes to free.ilootgames.com. You can see the website address on the screen right now. Once you head over there, you just verify that you're following me on Twitch, and you are entered to win 1,000 Apex coins. It's as simple as that, and I would love to see a bunch of you guys in there. And then when you're done registering for that, come hang out with me on Twitch, because once this video goes live, I will be streaming live. You can come ask me questions. And I also hope I see you in the morning. When the patch goes live at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be streaming it. It'd be so cool to experience it with you guys. So let's go ahead and jump into the notes now. Lost Treasure Collection Event. We're bringing a ton of exciting changes to the game along with the Lost Treasures Collection event. In addition to the event, we'll be making a host of tweaks to various legend abilities and weapons. Get all the intel here so you're fully prepared when you drop in. Armed and Dangerous Evolved LTM. So we already know what the Armed and Dangerous is. We know about the mobile respawn beacon, so I'm not going to waste your time on that. We know about the Crypto Town takeover. One thing I did learn today, though, is that this beacon, when it's used, will actually display to you where every team is on the map. It's actually a really cool, fun feature to be able to get an idea of where everyone's at. And without a crypto, you're able to see how many teams are near you inside the building. Then, of course, we have the information on Mirage's trophy heirloom. We already knew that was coming. Next, we have legend updates. So this is where the big stuff comes in, and this is where I'm going to be sharing my opinion with you guys. I don't have any opinions from my pro friends, but I will be getting those, and maybe we'll do some interviews, and I'll be able to share it with you guys. I also want to know what you guys think. If you're a Lifeline main, Octane main, etc., please give me your feedback in the comments. All right, Lifeline. Her passive, Combat Revive, now replaces Combat Medic. Deploy Doc to revive teammates. Doc will deploy a shield and revive Lifeline's teammate, leaving Lifeline free to defend or revive someone else. This fully replaces Lifeline's old passive, including Fast Heal. So all of you Lifeline mains, you will no longer have Fast Heal. I'm interested to see what you guys think about that. Tactical. Lifeline's tactical cooldown is now 45 seconds, and it was 60 seconds, so you'll get the heal drone more often. Ultimate. Lifeline's care package now contains more items. Care package will contain 3 times more small healing items when it decides to spawn small healing items. Care package will contain 2 times more attachments when it decides to spawn attachments. Alright, so my thoughts on this. I'm kind of upset that they removed the fast heal, because that was such a unique passive for Lifeline. But what they're trying to do by doing this is to make it so that Lifeline focus more on supporting her team than supporting herself. The care package has gotten a buff. She can now res people without being there, just using the drone, and she can drop her heals more often. I think it's a good change. I'm excited to see how it's going to work out. I think it makes her once again the best reser instead of Mirage. And I don't know. I think it's a good change. It's a good change. I would give it. I don't know if I had to rate it. What would I do? Like a 4 out of 5? We're gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Okay. Now let's move on here. Octane Tactical. Upon activation, Stim will remove movement impairing effects. Stim sprinting speed is increased by 10%. And the ultimate, players can now double jump in midair after using Octane's launchpad. Players can change direction easily from the double jump. Okay, let's talk about this real quick. So, one of the devs already said that Octane's biggest issue is that he doesn't help his team very much. If you have an Octane on your team, you are less likely to win than having most other characters. He's at the bottom of the list when it comes to team comp. Now, increasing the stim effect. Okay, so stimming will make you run 10% faster. Okay, that's great. That doesn't really help the team, but it's cool. Stim will remove movement impairing effects. This is nice because then you can use Octane more as a way to get out of situations. The only thing I find detrimental with his stim is that a lot of the times when it's like, you can't use it like Wraith. Like when you're low and then you decide I'm going to stim out, I feel like for one, all of a sudden you make a bunch of noise, you light up green, you also take health from yourself. I just don't find it very effective at being used to get out of situations. But it would be kind of cool if you got shot or you were hit by gas that you can all of a sudden just take off. That's definitely nice. You don't get stuck in things, I guess. But his team comp. So the ultimate, players can now double jump in midair after using Octane's jump pad or launch pad. Okay. Players can change direction easily from the double jump. This is dumb. I'm sorry, guys. I know they don't really want to rework the entire kit like they did with Mirage, but the jump pad is just so bad. No one uses the damn jump pad. I don't think this is going to help the team comp. I still see it as an issue. I really wish they had some kind of mobile redeploy. Not mobile respawn beacon, mobile redeploy. I think would have been great. Like if you can do something to the jump pad to make it just like the geyser. You know, all of a sudden you hit that, boom, and you can relaunch. That would be cool. This, I just don't know, man. I just don't dig it. I really think they need to do something else for Octane. And especially with how popular he is. He's going to be much more popular now with his tactical increase, but Ultimate just doesn't do it, dude. Doesn't do it. Sorry. I would give that one, if I had to rate that one, 2 out of 5 on the changes. Now on to Revenant. Tactical will now cancel Pathfinder mid-grapple. Can you imagine? You can just go Pathfinder skeet shooting. That's awesome. Wraith mid-phase walk attempt before phase walk activates. Okay, so this is before the phase actually activates, and they increase the phase time as we'll get to. So there's like 1 point something seconds, so you'd be able to stop it right then. Will now prevent Mirage cloaked revive. Why would they do that? And the Mirage decoy control oh my god. Lifeline combat revive? Okay, so they're having it so that it really fucks on Mirage and Lifeline also. Oh man. Revenant, man. The ultimate, let me just do a whole rating over this. So the ultimate, range removed on Death Totem. Okay. The range was really annoying, and I didn't see a point to it, so I think that's cool that they removed it. It's not going to make a big difference. You really just have to be aware of the timing of the totem, because the totem can still run out of time. What do I think of these changes? Dude, Revenant is strong now. This is some strong stuff to Revenant. Revenant now, I mean, if he wasn't viable before this, he has gotten 2 patches in a row, right? Some amazing upgrades here. Revenant it's a good time to be a Revenant main. Let's just say that. Just like it's a good time to be a Mirage main, it's a good time to be a Revenant main. So I think this is great for him. I'm going to give these a 5 out of 5, man. The changes that they made, they're gold. They're gold. This, because the totem thing was so annoying. And now that you can do all this other stuff, it's really good. I'm digging it. Crypto. Tactical. Deploying Hat. Crypto's drone now takes 1.5 seconds instead of 2.5, which is nice because when it deployed, it was really annoying. And the ultimate, EMP will now disable Wattson's pylons. That's pretty cool. That's a big deal, especially in ranked play when you have a lot of people camping with the pylon and the whole setup. So these crypto changes, they're really good changes. I like it. I'll give it a 3.8. 3.8. Let's move on to the next one. Loba. Tactical. Burglar's best friend will no longer be intercepted by Wattson's intercept pylon. Okay, so technically you can see this also as like a nerf to Wattson. And the ultimate, Black Market Boutique, will now only pick up 1 stack of ammo rather than 1 stack plus the amount that was required to fill whatever partial stack you had in your inventory. Kind of seems like it was more of a bug, so this looks like it's just being changed to what it was intended to do in the first place. And ultimate sellers now give 20% ult charge up from 17.5%. I promise you, no one cares about that. Is any of this a big deal? No, it's technically like a small nerf and a tiny buff. I would say it's not even it's not even worth talking about, really, right? 2.5. We'll give it 2.5. It wasn't bad. It's nothing significant. Get 50%. Mirage tactical. You can now hold the tactical button and release 2 auto control decoys, which is nice because hitting the H button, that's annoying. If you're not on controller, who wants to reach over and hit the H? Like, come on, man. Decoys will now say lines when shot, so that's pretty cool. I don't mind that, especially because they can give you information now, the voice lines. Passive. When cloaked, Mirage's hollow emitters will be visible to players that are less than 5 meters away. Well, that's not good. It's okay. It is what it is. Skydive will now create decoys for the entire squad when skydiving, when still diving with your squad. I think that's really cool. Because when you see 2 Mirages, you're like, okay, we know those are decoys diving in a straight freaking line and then they just run to the side of a building. But when you see a full squad, now you really have to rethink your strategy. Like, okay, is it worth landing here? We see we have 2 squads. It's something that makes you pause and think, you know? So I think this is a cool change. This was really needed with the change to the auto control decoy. So I'm gonna give it a 3.3. We're gonna go 3.3 out of 5. I'm not super excited about it, but I'm happy with it, you know? Let's go on Gibraltar. Gibraltar got a nerf. Fast heal granted inside the dome shield slowed down. Instead of 25% faster, it's now 15% faster. What do I think about that? I don't know, man. That's... God, guys, you guys are putting me on the spot. It's okay. It's still fast heal, so the dome still has that extra benefit. I'm happy as long as it keeps a fast heal. You know, I actually like that there's a way for everyone to benefit off of someone like that. I almost kind of wish that there was something like that for Lifeline, where she enabled people, kind of like, you know, when you play like Diablo or other games where there's someone who can like enhance the whole team. Like you have one that can cast a spell and it makes everyone's attack go up, or it makes their mana or whatever, their HP go up. I kind of like that idea, and that's kind of like what the dome does. So it's kind of cool. I dig that it can help the entire team all at once. So I hope they don't remove it completely. I'm not even a fan of them doing this. So I would say I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 5. I'm not the happiest with it. I'm pissed. I'll be honest. I'm pissed. No, I'm just not. I'm not. Caustic. Okay. Enemies can cancel Caustic's barrel by shooting it before it is fully inflated. This is actually a really good change. If you've ever dealt with that where the barrel comes out and you have to like try to shoot the bottom little bit before the Caustic can shoot the top part and explode it on you, it's a pain in the ass. So I think this is a really good change. It allows the Caustic to be more about taking ground in a defensive position rather than using the canisters offensively. So I think it's a great change. I'm gonna give that a 4.5 out of 5. Good job. Wattson. The intent of these changes is to create openings where enemies can breach Wattson's position. It is still possible for Wattson players to hold a position with the trophy indefinitely, but that should come at a cost of using ultimate accelerants. Wattson's pylons now last for 90 seconds. Wattson can now have up to 3 pylons out at a time. Wattson can stack 2 ultimate accelerants per inventory slot. Okay, well, this is a big change for Wattson, especially Wattson mains, like high-level Wattson mains, like Rogue. Really going to have to change up how they store their inventory, how they think about positioning, when they think about putting down the totem or the pylon. I don't know. This change is interesting. I think Wattson... I don't think the pylon was as big of a deal as the fences are, for some reason. I don't know how much I love this change. I think it's an interesting change. I think it'll make for maybe slightly more aggressive games. I don't know. I'd love to see your guys' opinion, though, down in the comments, because that's what this is about. Let's have a conversation about this. I'm not sure, man. I'm not a Wattson main, so I don't know how much this hurts, but yeah, I'm gonna give it a question mark. I'm not gonna rate it because I don't really understand like how much this is gonna hurt or how much it's gonna help the game. So I'm just gonna leave it. I never really saw pylons as like a huge issue, but I'm not high level gameplay. They already don't have any damn nades in the game. Now on to the one that a lot of you guys are going to be interested in. Wraith. Increasing Wraith's tactical cooldown has proven to be ineffective at curbing her exceedingly high win rate and kill rate. These changes are meant to disincentivize Wraith players from using Phase Walk as a get-out-of-jail-free card, and move into more of a repositioning and scouting ability. Phase Walk. Phase Walk now takes 1.25 seconds to enable when it was 0.4 seconds. You're talking about 3 times longer. That's pretty crazy. During this time, Wraith will receive a 20% move slow. This does not affect Phase Walk while placing a Phase Portal. So it makes you very vulnerable while you're trying to enter into the Phase Walk. 1.25 seconds is not something to shake your head at. This is a big deal. While in Phase Walk, Wraith now gets a 30% move speed boost. So she moves much faster than Phase Walk. While in Phase Walk, Wraith can now see other players while in the void. That's a really cool change. Phase Walk now lasts 4 seconds instead of 3 seconds. Phase Walk cooldown is now down to 25 from 35 seconds. Phase Tunnel. Decrease the distance for portal placement by 25%. I don't like that at all. I think that's, like, why? Why? When have you ever sat down and been like, you know what? They're portaling too far. We need to change this. Like, I don't know. I don't like that at all. The rest of this stuff is interesting. Very, very interesting. So now, while Wraith is in the void, she has an amazing upgrade. Getting into the void, though, is going to be an issue, and it may get you killed. I don't know where to rate this one. This is going to really change how people have to play Wraith, I think. So because that's good for the game, I'm gonna go out on the limb here and give this a 4 out of 5. Because I think this is going to be good for the game. It's going to be healthier for the game. It's going to piss a lot of people off, but it's going to be healthier for the game. Okay, now here's some crazy ones. Zip lines. A cooldown will be applied to re-grabbing zip lines without touching the ground. The cooldown will increase with each time a player disconnects and re-grabs the zip line. The cooldown will reset when the player touches the ground. What does this mean? This means no more zip line jumping. This is dumb. This is not good for us. This is really bad for Pathfinder mains. Your zip line now is, let me ride this just straight. Not move at all, just ride it. Like, oh, it's going to turn into a damn jump pad. That's not good. I mean, I know for a while no one really jumped on zip lines. It may have not even been possible till like season 2. Can't really recall. But it's definitely not something... at a high level, zip lines are going to be very dangerous, so I'm kind of disappointed in this change. The Havoc Rifle. Greatly increased horizontal recoil in the initial shots of a burst. Decreased magazine size from 32 to 28. Okay, well, I think those are good changes. That's what we expected. Sentinel rechamber time. They increased the speed at rechambers. And energized duration, they also increased. So Sentinel got a little buff. Quality of life. Teammates can now ping a friendly caustic trap. New health bar for when users are in Revenant shadow form. Map rotation times are now even between Kings Canyon and World's Edge. I'm very happy about that, because that was definitely needed. I don't really think any of this stuff is that important. So I just wanted to ask, you know, what are you guys' thoughts on that? Let me know down in the comments below. I hope you're excited about tomorrow's event. I know I am. I know this video is probably not going to do very well because I got it out late. But I just wanted to talk over everything so you guys can get my opinion, because I get so many people coming in the stream every time I stream and asking me, like, what do you think about this? What do you think about this character now? And even though we're like so far into this season, I still get people asking, like, what do you think about the Mirage buff? Are you happy with the Mirage buff? Like, all this stuff. So I just think I'm going to go ahead and start giving my opinion in detail rather than just reading what we got in the patch notes. I'll actually give my opinion on everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the morning, twitch.tv/iLootGames. And until next time, guys, take care.